Danny fought, Lemieux. So there's that. Yeah, but Marlon, you see, look, I don't trust PBC. They over-marinate everything. I mean, now look, I told my dad when we got past all the Haney stuff, I was gonna bring this up. Fucking look at Crawford and Spence. Look at Crawford and Spence.
Oh shit, you got.
I'm not letting PBC. I'm not letting PBC.
Sit
here and marinate fights that should happen within the next 6 to 18 months, because then you get Crawford Spence situations, and it's to the point where with that fight, I legitimately do not even care about that fight. I if it gets made, I don't even care who wins anymore. Who cares? That's why I love that fight.
Yeah.
Who cares? Fuck Crawford and Spence, because now
Crawford,
both of them, because now it's gotten to the point where it's like listen, it's gotten to the point where it's like this isn't even a fight anymore between two of the best welterweights. It's not, because Jaron Ennis is in the picture.
Yeah.
Now you got people questioning: is Crawford better than Ennis? Is Spence better than Ennis? And now, now it's bad because look,
what the fuck has Ennis done? Though, honestly, to be real, what the fuck has he done? Stop. But no, I'm talking about what has he accomplished that Spence has accomplished and Crawford has accomplished. What does Ennis have a belt? Does Ennis have a belt?
He don't.
Stop it then. Oh. You can't sit there and compare him to these guys over here when he hasn't done shit.
He's like the number one.
No, he's number one
fighter in the IBF.
That's fine.
One of these guys got the fight.
Has he won a belt yet? Don't put him up there yet until he crosses that river.
To be fair, he can't.
Put respect on both these other guys.
He can't win a belt because these two fucks won't fight each other. Nobody can win a belt.
But now
these two won't fight each other.
Now
I'm sick of Crawford.
Now they're making the fight.
They're not making the fight. Is it finalized?
I don't know.
Is it finalized?
No,
it's not finalized. So they're not making anything. I don't want to hear.
When the fight is made,
it's not.
Then whoever wins, go ahead and fight Ennis.
Listen,
don't sit here. I know Ennis got skills. I know he's a good.
Jaron Ennis is better than Errol Spence.
And I'm saying all that, but I don't want to hear you tell me that you want to put him here, but he hasn't even fucking won a belt yet.
Better than
Shut
Errol Spence.
the fuck up.
He's better than that. He's better.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't care.
He's better than Errol Spence.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
I don't need to wait.
I see the skills that Ennis got. I respect Ennis and everything. He's one of the top welterweights out there, okay? We all know that. But you can't sit there and throw flowers on him when he hasn't even got across the mountain yet.
I know.
Okay?
I
can't say that. I cannot say that.
I know he's better.
When he gets in there with the big dogs and they test him up to 8 rounds and they beat the fuck out of him or vice versa and he shows his Philly thing, then we could talk about what he can do.
I know he's better than. I know if Jaron Ennis fought Danny Garcia, he's not going fucking 12 rounds like Errol Spence. That's what I do know.
Fuck God. Danny Garcia, all he's getting is a paycheck. He's done. He's semi-retired.
I know, but Errol Spence fought a complacent Danny Garcia who stood for a paycheck and couldn't stop him. I know for a fact. Now, when they asked Danny about Jaron Ennis, you know what he said?
What he said?
Philly support Philly. I can't fight him. Philly. He's a different generation.
Here we go again with that shit.
See that shit? You don't want to fight Jaron Ennis.
Here we go again. But at the end of the day,
but I say all that to say, I say all that to say,
we're gonna take a poll.
I say all that to say, I don't want Morrell and Benavidez to get over marinated because PBC has a long history of over marinating fights and not making fights happen, i.e. Crawford and Spence.
Yeah, so you basically
I'll fight between the number 1 and the number 3 welterweight.
So you're saying that when the hype is big for you, the time is right.
Strike with the iron top. Like Cordina Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see Shakur fight Roger fucking Gutierrez. I don't want to see Joe Cordina get a meaningless voluntary defense in Carter.
Waste of time.
Fight each other.
Yeah.
Same thing goes for Crawford and Spence. Well, it should have been Crawford and Spence because now it's to the point with that fight where it's like now you can legitimately question if this is really the fight between the number 1 and number 2 welterweight in the world. You can do that.
But you can't. You can't just put. I'm sorry. You can't just put Ennis in that conversation.
Ennis is better than Spence.
You cannot put Ennis in that conversation because he hasn't accomplished a motherfucking thing. What the fuck has Ennis accomplished?
He's knocked out.
He's skillful. He's got all the skills. He's got all the tools. He's gonna all go on this. He hasn't gone over 8 rounds. He might be chinny. Has he won a belt? Fuck no.
He can't win.
So you can't put him. You can't put him on the same level of Spence and Crawford.
You mix the picture of why he can't win a belt. He can't win a belt because these two fucks won't fight each other. That's why he can't win a belt.
I'm telling you, when this fight happens, we'll see what Ennis is gonna do. We will see what Ennis is gonna do.
Look, listen.
He been calling out everybody. He wants all the fights. He wants all this shit. Blah, blah, blah. I'm the best welterweight. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get this. I'm going to be mandatory. I'm ready for everybody. Get the fuck out of here. Prove it in the ring. Get your fucking belts. After Crawford and Spence fight, I want you to step up, grab your motherfucking balls, your management, and get it done.
He will.
I'll say, but you can't throw flowers at him if he doesn't accomplish shit. You can say he's a talented, still far from coming out on the come up, and we love him, and everybody's playing him. But you can't do that and discredit Spence or Crawford for it. I agree with you when you're saying Al Heyman marinates everything. Every time they get fights, he fucking puts them on the shelf. And then I look fucking fights. I love you, Al Heyman. I only fought 10 years ago. You know, where it came, but I get the part of El Heyman.
All I'm trying to say is, like, Ohio was about to make this super chat. All I'm trying to say is, I don't want this fight to get over-marinated because I don't want the end of the Crawford-Spence fight.
I want it done.
Because now, look, I'm trying to tell everybody what's going to happen before it happens. It don't matter who wins or loses the fight. If Earl wins, they're going to say Crawford was aged out. And they're going to no, listen. If Earl wins, they're going to say Crawford was aged out and that Earl has to go see Boots. Which, by the way, he will because Boots will be his IBF mandatory. If Crawford beats Spence, they're going to say, car crash. And they're going to say, Crawford needs to go see Boots. So whether Earl wins or Crawford wins, someone's going to have to see Boots.
How about this?
Someone is.
How about this? Crawford beats Spence and beats Ennis, and then what's about Ennis? What about Ennis?
Well, I think he would be Ennis. I think he's the best welterweight.
Who?
I think Crawford is the best welterweight.
I'm going to say it just like that.
But
I'm not going to sit here and throw all the light on Ennis.
You're getting all I'm trying to say is, these two, this fight's been delayed.
I know what you're saying. It happened years ago.
Well, you can actually legitimately question: is Crawford and Spence really the two best welterweights in the world? Because there was a good 2 or 3 year stretch where you couldn't question.
No, I know it's been a long time, and you're right what you're saying. And I'm not arguing the point. All I'm saying is I'm not going to give all the pom-poms to Ennis until he accomplishes what you got to get done.
Now, hold on. But let's get to the super chat because this is an important super chat here. Go ahead. Shout out to my man Marcus. Ohio runs boxing. And look, I don't really have other videos for other people, but I'm gonna use this video because this was class right here. Bill Haney is back, people. Bill Haney.
The Ultimate Warrior. What is he doing? Is he gonna attack Hogan? What is going on here? Clothesline! It's the Ultimate Warrior. It is. Look at that. The Ultimate Warrior! What is he doing? Is he going to attack Hogan? What is going on here? Clothesline!
Bill Haney, OG Bill Haney.
The OG.
He says, what's good, family? What's good, champ? Hope all is well. Marcus, shout out to you in Ohio Runs Box. Make sure you guys go follow him on Instagram for the funniest memes like that one and for all the information that you want. Listen, if you want to know about anything boxing related to Ohio, I'm talking about legends. I'm talking about current fighters. I'm talking about prospect. I'm talking about everything you want to know about Ohio. This is your guy right here. This is your guy, my man Marcus.
Back to what I was saying, I do agree with what you said. If this fight would have been made a long time ago, then maybe we would have probably the fight right now with Ennis and one of them if the fight was being made. But you cannot throw all the flowers on
I'm not throwing all the flowers on him. I'm just saying
he proves himself. He has not proven himself to me.
I know he's better than Spence. I don't need to. I know he's better than Spence.
Earl Spence and Crawford are the two top dogs in the welterweight division.
No, they're not.
Right now.
No,
and they were. As long as they got the title, they're the motherfuckers out there. But I'm not going to say that Ennis is going to come up there and just going to run over them there. Because he hasn't got over the mountain not even once. Okay, next.
Shout out to my man, Dewan Menzies. We got him on the super chat. You know, put these holes in the Steiner recliner. Scott Steiner.
And it's only a matter of time because he called me the big bad booty daddy.
Jaron Ennis versus Keith Thurman first. Would that if he so if Ennis go in there and knock out Keith Thurman, who's never been stopped, would that be a statement to you? I already see you won't say no. You want to say no? Say it. Tell people say no.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is it's a step up for him. But he still didn't fight the two best welterweights.
You're talking like Keith Thurman's like nobody. Like this guy's a former unified champion.
No, I like Keith.
He's only ever lost to Manny Pacquiao.
But I just think that, and I'll be honest, I think Ennis is a lot stronger, a lot younger, and is going to bring more to the fight than Thurman. And if he beats him, that's good on his resume. But guess what? There's still two kings up there. One of them doing after they fight each other. Okay, after one of them two fight, whenever this is going to happen, there's only be one king up in the welterweight division. and then he's gonna move up. I'm gonna say it's Crawford, and Crawford's gonna be 154, and he's gonna fight Jamel Charlo.
Listen, you call me crazy, right? Call me crazy. I don't think Crawford versus Spence is number 1 versus number 2 anymore. It was.
You think it is?
It's number 1 versus number 3. Ennis is better than Spence. Jaron is better than Spence, and listen. I don't think he's better than Crawford.
Whether you say it or not, you can't. What has Ennis accomplished? That's what I'm saying. That's what you look
I'm gonna go with Jay Miller because Jay Miller's talking to you. He says, "Pops, put Ennis in the ring with them, and it'll show you he earned his ranking. He earned his ranking."
Okay, I'm not disputing.
And Christian, my man, Christian,
I'm not arguing that.
was right here in South Florida.
Is,
Christian says, "I got booed." He says he's even more shit than me. He
got
him going. We can't be in both. So,
no. I think I'm not gonna dispute. All I'm saying is don't put all the flowers up on Ennis until he gets tested by whoever it is. He's got to get tested first. Don't tell me he earned this. Don't tell me he's done this.
Do you know how hard it is to get people in the ring with this guy?
Who?
You know how hard it is for Jaron Ennis to get a fight.
Yeah, nobody wants to fight him.
You know, like his dad done multiple interviews talking about the process of getting an opponent. His dad said before the what fight was it? It was one of his most recent fights. 15 fighters stood on a fight with him before they got an opponent. Before the Delorme fight, they had 15 fighters turn down a fight with him. Before he got to Delorme.
But out of those fighters,
and you're telling me,
but are those fighters named Spence or Crawford? Answer me that. That's all I need to know.
I don't know who. I don't know the name.
And whoever wins after that fight, whoever wins between Crawford and Spence needs to fight Ennis.
I can tell you this: I'm a huge Crawford fan, right? You know I love Crawford.
Me too.
Crawford,
But you still pick Ennis.
No, I'm
on Crawford.
I'm not saying I'm picking, but what I'm going to say is I saw an interview one time where they brought up Ennis' name, and he didn't really seem like the most thrilled about the idea of fighting Jaron Ennis.
Who?
Terrence Crawford. He want to fight everybody. But the one time I remember hearing Ennis' name mentioned, he didn't really seem to have the most zeal in the world about fighting the guy.
I'm not going to say it like that.
I'm going to say it like that.
I'm just going to say it that.
Because I'm sick of this.
Sometimes you can't comment on it, and you just let it be until the thing happens.
Because I'm sick.
But you're upset because this other fight got marinated so much.
Because I'm sick.
That you don't want to give credibility to Spencer and Crawford. And we have to.
Giving credibility.
What has Ennis done to me?
Hold on.
What has he done?
Giving credibility?
Yeah.
I fucking made almost 40 videos about this fight. I've given them the most credibility. What do you mean giving credibility? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it about.
All I'm saying
I want them to fight each other.
Okay, all I'm saying to you, son.
I don't even care anymore.
Okay, whether you care or not, the fight's got to be made so the fans can see it and see who's the best out of the two. And then Ennis can be knocking on the door for either one. Because I guarantee you, now even Spence or Crawford are going to be afraid to fight Ennis. I'll tell you that right now.
Maybe Crawford won't.
You think so?
Maybe Crawford won't be able to, but Earl won't that.
Are you serious?
Listen, when
He's from Houston.
Don't
you hear what a Charlo say?
First of all, he's from Dallas. Second of all, it means fuck all where you're from. Okay, talk about what's in here.
I know.
All right. Boots is the exception one that I like. Look, Earl can barely make the 47. I mean, he's big for 47. I don't think he's even said it himself. After the car fight, he's going up 54. He's not staying there for no damn Jaron. He's not staying there for Jaron Ennis. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but eventually Jaron is going to get big and strong. He could possibly go to 154.
He might.
He's not gonna, he's pretty big already.
They're gonna have to pay.
Big already.
I'm telling you right now, especially if he's already fought Crawford, they're gonna have to pay Errol Spence a retirement check and a pension, fucking lottery ticket to fight Jaron Ennis. He's not taking that fight for anything above at least $1 million or $2 million.
You really feel he's afraid of him?
I don't think he wants to fight him.
Wow, is that because you see?
I'm not gonna say he's afraid. Okay, he's a world class fighter. He's not afraid of him.
No,
but what I'm saying is the none of these guys are
body language.
Unless it's Canelo. None of these guys are afraid of each other. Right. Okay, these guys, right, are gonna make a lot of money. Crawford and Spence. When they are done fighting, if the opportunity comes to fight Jaron Ennis, they're gonna have to be paid above whatever they make when they fight each other. That's what I'm telling you. Because that's a very
one thing I will say though. Crawford's not been fighting for how long now? Been like for 2 years now.
No, his last fight was November. It's about 7 months.
Okay, him and then Spence just fought. So they're thinking about making the fight supposedly in October, whenever it is, August, whenever they're gonna make the fucking fight. Make the fight. You're right. Everybody's afraid of Boots because he's got all tools. I'm not telling you that. I'm just think that he's got to do it. He'll shut me up.
He can't do anything if they don't fight him.
I know.
But you know what the good thing for him is?
But you're gonna say
he might get his chance. Hold on. He might get his chance because luckily for him, PBC did one of the smartest things they could ever do. They signed Rashidi Ellis. He's fighting July 9th. Maybe Rashidi Ellis gets his chance to prove his greatness to the world against Jaron Ennis. And then maybe if Ennis is the guy to take Rashidi Ellis is O, okay, then that would be a huge feather on his cap. All right. And I'm gonna tell you this: if when Rashidi Ellis beat the shit out of Bruno Palmetto on the 19th or the 9th of July, don't worry, Crawford and Spence gonna be running from him too.
Are you serious?
Don't worry about that one. I'm sick of Crawford and Spence. I'm sick of Crawford and Spence. I hate both of them. I don't like none of them. Fuck this
I don't
fight.
think you don't hate him. I think you just.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the fans getting gassed about this bum-ass fight.
So long, but however you want to see it, you want Ennis to be the top dog.
Canelo,
you have to fight the top dog.
I don't care if he's the top dog. I just know he's better than Spence. That's what I do know. I don't need to even watch him fight nobody. I know he's better than Spence.
What technically?
The eye test. You get the eye test. Like Christian said, and some other people said.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you watch certain fighters, the eye test is enough, and you just know.
Well, maybe I need to get my glasses checked.
You might need to go over to freaking LensCraft.
What do you think?
We might need to get the damn LensCraft sponsorship.
Sometimes I just throw up my son.
I agree with Pops. Keyshawn and Shakur both said Bud on a level and won't get credit for beating Boots like Benavidez hasn't been tested high. Yeah, look, I rate Crawford. I think Crawford is a generational fighter. I still think Crawford is the number one welterweight in the world. But I'm not going to sit here and act like if Boots fought him, he wouldn't have a chance. And on top of that, I'm going to be honest. Out of all the fights in boxing, the fight that I hope it doesn't even get made anymore. I'm to the point with Crawford and Spence where I hope it doesn't get made. Fuck that fight.
We're gonna take a poll if you can.
Charlo, I'd rather see Crawford fight Charlo at 154, and I'd rather see Spence fight anybody else because this has been going on for too long. The other day when the report came out that said they almost had the fight done, and people lost their fucking mind. It all hit me at one time the other day. I'm like, oh my god, bro, like. But that's because this fight has been marinated so long. These aren't even the two best anymore.
But this is because people still want to see that fight. They yearn for that fight.
Who cares?
So
who cares?
We have to take a poll, but I want to cover it.
I hope it's the worst fight of all. Honestly, because the fans keep having this bullshit ass fight up that should have been made a long time ago.
You're right. What you're saying. I'm not mad at you.
I hope it's the worst fight of the year.
So basically, you getting out the promoters for marinating the fight. You can't get
no. I'm getting mad at Spence too. Spence. I'm getting mad at Crawford for not staying on the same page as Bob Arum. I'm getting mad at everybody. Everybody's getting the blame for me. Fuck everyone.
Did you eat your lunch? You had breakfast?
I I'm not hungry. I'm pissed off. Okay. This isn't me hungry. This is me legitimately pissed off. I had a sub from Publix and I had macaroni and cheese for like I'm good. We ain't hungry over here.
Okay.
All right. Now we've got super chat here. All right. Shout out to my man Low Key. All right. Yeah. Put these holes in the Steiner economy.
And it's only a matter of time because he called me the big bad booty daddy.
Low Key 07, thank you for the super chat. He says, I've always seen Spencer versus Crawford as the welterweight version of Leonard versus Hagler. I think Bud has more dog in him and can win. Who do you have? I mean, listen, I've made my opinions very clear on who I think will win this fight. Who I think will win this fight is irrelevant. All right?
Tell him, he's asking you.
I think Terrence Crawford, when they fight, is going to curb stomp Earl Spence. And when that inevitably happens, people are going to say, car crash! If he would have fought him before the car crash. And then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to see. I'm letting everybody know right now. I'm letting everybody know right now. When the fight happens and Terrence Crawford beats the shit out of Earl Spence, I'm going to be right here and I'm going to say, fuck what you talking about. I don't want to hear nothing. So let me ask you I don't want to hear nothing about, because it was Spence. Okay. Spence wanted to act like the Black American Amir Khan. So if you want to act like the Black American Amir Khan, you'll be treated as such when you fight Terrence Crawford. Let me ask you this, I'm sick of this shit.
Brennan, so let's say Crawford beats Spence.
Yeah, go ahead.
And now Crawford, what age is he going to be now? 35, 36?
He'd be like 35. Then the undisputed welterweight champion.
Okay, why would Ennis be at that age? Because he's going to be big. Ennis is going to be big. He's still young buck, but big, right? So that fight happens. Who would you pick still? Think that Crawford's going to be Crawford's getting very old now. Ennis should be on his prime.
Oh, I'll probably lean towards Boots because only because of age. Yeah, and I think whoever wins Crawford versus Spence, that's going to be like that's going to be a fight where people where it comes out of it, they're both going to take a lot of punishment. So I think that fight will happen at the right time. Now, if they fought now, I'll be Crawford.
Yeah, okay.
But they fight like a year and a half from now, I'm going with Boots.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So why you want to give no chance to Spence if Crawford didn't exist? Because you don't think his style was fit for Ennis?
I'll be honest with you. Like I know it looked great against Ugas. I'm not taking nothing from him, but like. I don't think Spence want to box much longer. I just get the sense from him.
So you think he's just looking for semi-retired?
I think he's looking to get this Crawford fight done and dusted. Maybe
you feel that?
Yeah, that's what I feel.
You've been telling me.
I genuinely feel that. And that ain't the fight he want. Okay. Ohio runs boxing. Shout out to him. You can't put Ennis over anybody who is more accomplished in the division based on the eye test. He beat a former champion like Keith Thurman first.
I'm with you on that one. Thank you.
Well, Marcus, Keith Thurman has to learn who he is first, because Keith Thurman said he didn't know who Jaron Ennis is.
He said he's too young.
Well, now he's saying that, but first he said he didn't know who he was.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go how he runs boxing. I agree with you 100%. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Like, no, Errol Spence though. It doesn't make They don't know what I mean. They don't know what I mean when I say like Black American Amir Khan. I'm gonna explain to you guys what I mean when I say that. Okay. No, because there's a reason I'm saying this. Okay. Now, I made a video last year, and you can go look it up. All right. I made a video basically explaining that.
You want to drink? You got water?
I got water. I'm good. I made a video explaining my perspective that I think that Crawford versus Spence is the American version of Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. It's the same shit. It's the same thing.
That has been 10 years. It's the 10 years to get made.
Shit, man.
And look, okay, now you say it's like that. Look what happened with the UK. Everybody saw them for that fight. What happened when they made the fight?
This ain't the UK. This ain't the UK. First of all, this ain't the UK.
Americans want to see this fight.
This ain't the UK.
Yeah, but America wants to see
this fight ain't. If we're talking about ticket sales, this fight ain't even top 3 in boxing. Canelo GG3 is gonna sell more than this. Garcia versus Tank Davis will sell more than this. And this is maybe the 3rd biggest fight in the USA.
You know when they're gonna have that fight? In Texas and the Cowboys.
No, they're gonna have an MGM Grand. MGM Grand.
No, they're gonna have a Cowboys.
MGM Grand.
They have more people. They can sell more.
MGM Grand. There's more money to be made at MGM Grand.
No,
anyway,
I don't want other people to do.
The Black American. Yeah. So when Amir Khan told Kell Brook when Kell Brook was a prospect, right? Because Amir Khan was the Olympian. He was the guy that was the bigger draw, kind of like a Spence in the situation, right? He told Kell Brook, beat Matthew Hatton and then I'll fight you. So Kell Brook. What does he do? He beats Matthew Hatton. Then Khan moves the goalpost again. He said, become a world champion, and then I'll fight you, right? And then he was like, so then he becomes IBF champion. And then Khan said, "Oh well, I'm off to America. I'm chasing bigger and better things." And he delayed and delayed. He delayed. And when push came to shove, when they fought, he got his ass beat. Now this is much like Errol Spence, because Errol Spence told Terrence Crawford when he was coming up from 140. Get a belt, and I'll fight you. So Terrence Crawford first fight beats Jeff Horn, gets a belt. All right. No fight happened. Then he moves the goalpost and he says, we're on the wrong side of the street. So now here we are, damn near 4 years and some change later, waiting for the fight to happen. It's the same thing. I understand, the level of fighters isn't the same. Okay, I get that part, but the scenario is the same. The Olympian Spence Khan, who are the bigger draws in this scenario, are moved the goalposts multiple occasions, and for whatever reason may be, they showed a reluctancy and delayed the fight. And when they fought the other guys, the B-sides, Brook, Crawford, they got their ass beat. That's what this is. That's why I'm saying that.
Can I ask you a question, brother? If Don King was promoted for this fight, that would have happened already?
Man, if Don King
you can say whatever you want about him.
If Don King was involved, this shit would have got done in 2019. 2019.
He would. I don't think back. I don't remember back in the day that they had married fights this long.
Huh?
I don't think back when I was growing up. I didn't ever see a lot of fights be marinated like this.
I mean, maybe to a point, but not like this. Not on a 4-year period. The expectations for Ennis are silly. You can't hold them accountable for opportunities he doesn't get. Yeah, it's kind of like Andre. How can you hold these guys accountable for opportunities they don't get? It's ridiculous.
No, I'm not holding them accountable. All I'm saying is, regardless or not, what I'm saying is, I understand what you're telling me. I can't see and say, no, why he's not accomplished when nobody wants to fight him. That's fine. That's the lower class. The top elites so the promoters, managers, that's why you got them. They got to push for that fight because that's what people want to see. And Ennis right now is the biggest name in boxing, young buck right now in boxing right now. They've been talking to him for the last few years how he is. So that's the one. That's the guy that they should be promoting to get the fights. If they don't, the promoters are not doing their job.
I got to go on for you for your pops about Jaron. Said your pops like Muhammad Ali. He was calling himself the greatest before he fought, saying, listen, and accomplished anything. Yeah, but Muhammad Ali hadn't done anything. He just, before Muhammad Ali fought, saying, listen, he barely beat Doug Jones in their fight. So if we want to use that logic, what did Muhammad Ali do to deserve a fight with saying, listen?
Hey, look, I got the Ali shirt.
I know.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is,
and mind you, pops,
how we see.
I gotta correct you because Rubio made a good break point. Because Sugar Leonard was a diva too back in the day at some point.
Sugar Leonard?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Sugar Leonard was a diva. He was like Canelo at points. Not to like the degree of a Canelo.
Yeah.
But he pulled some bullshit tactics.
Yeah, right.
Hagler Leonard took forever.
Mm-hmm.
He retired. I retired.
Well, I'm gonna say like
waited for Hagler to be out of his prime. And
I got a bad memory, but I just hear so much of Ennis. Hasn't even gone 10 rounds, 12 rounds.
He hasn't, I know.
Okay.
But neither is Morrell, and you want to see him fight Benavidez? Exposed. Got you. I got you.
I'm gonna get my coffee. No, you guys are right what you're saying. There's history is chasing itself, and you're letting me know that it's unfair for me to put this put Ennis in. I'm not saying that he's telling me to you. You guys are absolutely right. So maybe I'm wrong, but I get very emotional and angry myself in my own way. Sometimes I don't even think it was right or wrong. I just think what at the time. Then later on, I focus on it.
Yeah. Chirac, are you talking about this question right here? Yeah. Freaking Muhammad Ali was calling him for the greatest before he fought St. Liston. So by everybody's logic, Muhammad Ali doesn't deserve a fight with St. Liston because he needs to be the former world champion first. He needs to be.
I'm not saying
he needs to be.
No. What I'm saying is everybody's talking about that this guy's the big guy in the welterweight, right?
Yeah.
And he's all the talent and everything. And he's fighting everybody. Nobody below him wants to fight him because they're scared of him. My thing is have that approach Spence and Crawford and say, okay, are you guys afraid to fight? Are you guys afraid to fight Ennis? Then you can say, whatever you want then.
Usam says Sugar Leonard was the biggest diva in boxing. Yeah, man.
Damn, I remember watching.
Hell yeah, he was. He was a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't like Canelo to where he's like a diva, but he's not no like A++ fighter. He was an A++ fighter, but he was.
You mean he got some fights?
Yeah. He didn't want no smoke with Aaron Pryor.
Oh, that's right. I just like that. And I.
You know how long he waited to fight Hagler? Like
Yeah. Jesus, you're right. You guys are right. I got a bad memory.
He retired. He had a comeback fight, retired again, and then came back and called Hagler. When Hagler was mentally checked out of box, then he wanted to fight him. Then he got a gift.
Yeah,
he got a gift against him. Not a gift, but I thought Hagler won. You mean the fight? This fight hasn't even been marinated that long. Crawford has been a welterweight for 4 years, and Spence was hurt for 2 of them. Man, Spence gonna be hurt for another 5 after Crawford's done with him. Fuck that fight.
You gotta go back for it.